Hi, I'm Kushal from Sophos Support, and today I'll be showing you how to troubleshoot on Sophos Endpoint with the new product analysis feature in the Endpoint Self Help Tool. The key purpose of the product analysis tool is to determine which Sophos feature is involved in an issue on your device. Given the numerous configuration options and components that can be installed, this tool will help pinpoint what may be the issue. I'll start by covering the prerequisites for the product analysis tool. Then I'll walk through the normal process for using it, including disabling all features, selecting a scenario that best matches the issue from a list, and steps to take if the issue doesn't match any of the listed scenarios. Before starting, you'll need Core Agent 2023.2 or later, a Windows system running either Windows 10 and above or Windows Server 2016 and above. To use the product analysis tool, you will need administrator privileges on the device and the tamper protection password for the device. The device must not be in an isolated state, and it must not have a current threat detection. Let's get started. First, open the Sophos Endpoint Self Help Tool. You can get here from the Windows Start menu or from the About section in the Sophos Endpoint UI. Go to the Tools tab and select Product Analysis. Select Start Analysis, then Run Known Issues. The green checkmark next to Known Issues indicates that nothing was found. I'll proceed by clicking Continue Analysis. I'll enter the tamper protection password. Select Continue once again. Note that the following steps will turn off certain scanning features on the device. The first check will disable all the features enabled on the device. If an issue continues to persist once these settings are applied, it can mean one of two things. The issue is not related to Sophos Endpoint, or other Sophos functionality may be involved. By selecting Yes, the issue continues to persist, the troubleshooting tool advises you to gather an SDU log and raise a Sophos support case on support.sophos.com. Ensure you include a detailed description of the issue and the results of the product analysis tool. Click Complete to launch SDU log collection. At this point, you may wish to completely remove Sophos from the device to test whether the issue persists without Sophos installed. If this resolves your issue, make sure to note this with our support team. Next, I'll go back in, and this time I'll select the option No, my issue did not persist once all settings were disabled. Selecting No means that there's a conflict with one of the features. The process I'll continue with will help narrow down which specific feature is responsible. Select the option from the drop-down that best matches your scenario and note down which features are involved in the troubleshooting scenario. I'll select Device Performance Affected due to high CPU usage. The tool then displays the feature it will test against. I'll select Yes, I can reproduce the issue. Now, as you work through each feature, continue to test your application after each step and select the Yes or No buttons accordingly. Here, the conclusion is that the ransomware detection feature is the root cause of the issue. I can now open a Sophos support case to investigate this further. This conclusion also allows me to establish a temporary workaround to the problem. On any affected devices that urgently require a resolution, I can disable the ransomware detection feature. Note that we don't recommend leaving protection settings disabled for extended periods of time, so act accordingly. I'll select Complete, gather an SDU log, and share it with Sophos Support along with all required details, including our findings from the product analysis steps. Lastly, I'll go over a final example where the issue does not match any of the given scenarios in the troubleshooting tool. When testing using this option, many features will be present to turn on or off. The features visible in the UI will also be based on the policies that are currently enforced. To help narrow down which features are involved more effectively, I recommend dividing the features into groups. The knowledge base article can also help act as a reference sheet when doing so. I'll enable those in Group A and Test. For this example, I'll proceed as if this did not resolve my issue. Next, I'll turn off the current settings and test the features in Group B. If the issue does occur with these settings, I can take things a step further by disabling the options in Group B one at a time to narrow this down even more, or simply select Issue Reproduced to generate logs and provide an output on screen of the features involved in this issue. With this information in hand, I'll contact Sophos Support to get their assistance with finding a more permanent resolution. And that covers this demonstration of the Product Analysis tool. I hope you found this video useful. Make sure to check out the documentation for this tech vid in the description. For further assistance, view and post questions on community.sophos.com and go to techvids.sophos.com for more great videos like this one. Thanks for watching.